fall down sometimes.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in their way when they fall.
Well, the funny thing, don't be surprised if you will be surprised to know that there's people that live here in Florida that don't even know what a coconut is, and they have them in their yard, which I think makes no sense. So everybody just generally associate the coconut as this old coconut like you find in the store. This is what we call a mature coconut. And this will have like that thick meat, like you get in if you grate it up and make like a coconut cake or so forth. But the water in this one is not as refreshing as the younger one. So it looks green like this at first, and then as it matures, it gets more brown, it gets dry, and that's when it will fall off the tree, and then you know it's a fully mature coconut. But if you're looking for one to drink, you want to find it when it's much more younger, because the water tastes a whole lot better, because as it ages, that's when the oils become present in the coconut, and the oil comes from that thick meat that you get in the coconut. So the water changes its flavor as it matures. But as you get it like in between, when it's like in that perfect stage where it's not too ripe, not too young, the water is nice and sweet and you have a really good flavor to it. And the water itself is filled with magnesium, potassium, and it has a lot of electrolytes to just rehydrate you. So if you ever had too much to drink and you need some rehydration, coconut water is a good hangover cure. But the coconut water itself is really refreshing. A lot of people say, I don't know if I want coconut water because the stuff you get in the store don't taste so good. The reason why, they pasteurize it, and then they add some brands add preservatives, they add different stuff to it. And you know, once you start messing with Mother Nature's natural process, it changes the whole flavor. So we don't do that here. You're gonna try some fresh coconut water the way it's supposed to taste. But before that, I'm gonna show you how to open a coconut. Alright? You might not be opening one because up where you're from, you don't have coconuts as much. So you probably will open this one, which is a little easier. But with this one, we're going to use a machete. So this one is a little more mature. So now when I cut it open, you guys are going to see that really thick meat. But when we cut the coconut, we're going to cut from the bottom. And the reason why we cut from the bottom, if you look how the coconut looks inside, I kind of did this halfway so you get a better illustration of what it looks like inside. If you notice, all of the fibers is mostly to the top, and on the bottom is not much. So if we want to chop this way, we'd have to cut through so many layers just to get to the coconut, which is a total waste of your time. So it's better if you just go from the bottom, and we're basically going to shave it down till we reach about where the shell is, and then I'm going to chop it up. Then you go.
Alright.
Don't worry, I won't hurt you. Sometimes I like to leave the stem on because it's really good. You could hold it and it helps you chop a little easier. So you basically just like chop, kind of like pull it out.
You have to do this for every single coconut you use?
Yeah. Sometimes if it's younger, we have a cool tool that we call a cocoa tap. Where is my cocoa tap? Okay. So basically with this cocoa tap, if this coconut was a younger one, we would just pop this off with like this. Pop off this little stem up top here. This one decided to give me a little trouble today, of course. Alright. So basically you pop that off. And then you would just tap this down, turn it. But it doesn't work as good when it's a mature one. And then you just pop it out like you core an apple or something and you put your straw in. So that's an easy way. But this is survival way. So you just keep chopping like I'm doing like this. And you don't have to go too far in. You just want to get the machete in and you just kind of pull it out like that.
That's right, just in case.
See? Then you go a second time. And you see right here?
Yeah.
So at that point the nut is exposed. So let's just chop it open.
Enjoy.
It's a little harder.
Yeah.
Okay, this one opened really nice. So you see, once we get our shell off, this is the coconut right here. So let's kind of poke it.
Do you ever cut yourself?
I have, but not chopping the coconut. I caught myself like trying to get the meat out or something. This one guy said, he cut his finger. I said, I didn't chop it. Alright, so this one is not going to have much water because it's a more mature one, like you said. They don't have as much water in there, see? There's not much in this one, but when I cut it, you'll see the difference. So this thing is like always a give and take. You get more water, you get less meat. You get less meat, you get more water.
Enjoy, thanks a lot.
This one is mine?
Yep.
Wow.
So, look inside. You see, so this is the equivalent to this, still in the husk.
Right.
So you see you get a dark shell on the outside and a really thick meat. So this would be like the perfect one to grate if you're making like a coconut cake or something. My wife's favorite. It tastes the same like the ones you would get, but it's sometimes it's a little sweeter. But it all depends. So let me stop.